This is a Jmix exclusive.
Literally, I was introduced to him in LAX, in the airport. The morning we was leaving to go on tour. Like, he had got out of jail, and it was originally supposed to be, like, Snoop and all those niggas on the tour too, and Dre and all them, but them niggas was on, like, house arrest or something, but Pop took the whole tour. He had the All Eyes on Me shit coming, double CD. No one never heard of this shit. He had been in jail for hella long. He just come with a double CD, and then want to tell Sugar and them, like, yo, I want to go on tour and perform this shit, which was unheard of. No one goes on a tour and does, like, arena shows to songs that no one has never heard before. So, you know, I was introduced to Pac in the airport. He got out of jail, and the tour was already booked, so they swooped him in there as like a headliner. It was like perfect, you feel me? It promoted his album, and the other guys didn't come just by circumstance, and shit just got popped off from there. It was basically, you know, we had the same manager. He was like, you know, listening to our shit in jail. It was just all good, you feel me? From that moment on in that airport, you feel me? 8 o'clock in the morning, the nigga looked out, like, majorly. And it was, you know, like I had already, it was like, to me, the nigga was like one of my fucking, I don't want to say idols, but you get to understand, you know, what I'm, like, you know, a nigga was a legend to me at that time, like I was a real big fucking hip-hop fan, and he was like one of my all-time favorites. So, from a kid just having all these fucking favorite MCs, and now 2 months later you in the airport going on tour with him and your shit's on the radio, it was kind of surreal for me, but he made the situation comfortable knowing that, you know, I was feeling, or we was feeling, I was starstruck. He kind of done what he could do to get that feeling up off of us and make us, you know, made us feel like one of the niggas, you know what I mean? And let us know these motherfuckers are screaming for you too. Like, it was a trip, but he kind of done his thing on the Big Brother shit, showed the nigga the music. It was a trip from that point. And just how fast and how on point he was on the whole situation. Thinking back, not only just the school nigga, but we was going on his tour, so he wanted everything to be perfect, you know what I mean? So every little game he was giving niggas at the time was like, you know, things to enhance us immediately for that journey, but shit ended up being shit that you can take with you for a lifetime, you feel me?
Absolutely. See that we're talking about the tour. What's your greatest memory of it? Do you have a memory that sticks out that tops them all?
Of that tour?
Yeah.
I got a couple, you know, shit that I would like to keep close and dear to the heart about that tour particularly, but just some shit that I will share is us getting kicked off a plane.
How did that come about?
Just having fun while I'm out. Like, I think we were like leaving New Orleans, going somewhere else. I'm not sure where we were coming from or going, but Pac was in first class, and it was probably about 30 or 40 of us back in coach, and he traded his first class seat to fucking come back there with us, and it was just it was just going down. It was like a party on a fucking, you know, a regular flight with regular people on it, and it got a little crazy. And then, you know, we had liquor that we had snuck on the plane and all sorts of shit. So they literally stopped the plane in the city that, you know, niggas, you know, like North Carolina or something, and just let us off, kicked us off. And we were stuck there. We had to, like, find flights, and it was crazy. But even if all that, it was still on tour though, so it was never a problem. It was fun. It's crazy. Any other time right now, if I was to get kicked off a plane right now, on the road or something, it would be a fucking problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would be a problem.
Yeah.
To have that little glitch in the chain, but with Pop, it was nothing. It was like, maybe this was supposed to happen. Did we get the footage? It was, you know, normal.
On your album, If I Live and Nothing Happens, the intro song, Got It Made, it introduces you as an outlaw, right? A member of the Outlaws. How did you get that nickname, Young Ritzy?
Well, I don't want to say specifically, but how I remember it, I'm not really sure. You know what I mean? Like, if it was Pac who said it or something around, I'm not sure, man. You know what I mean? I want to say.
Okay.
Somebody said it. Someone said it around. You know what I mean? It was like one of the guys around just, you know, gave a nigga that name. But the story has always been that Pop gave me that name. And no one's never really asked me that fucking question, so I ain't really fucked the story up. You know what I mean? Let the shit ride. If that's what happened, maybe someone was around that remembers or whatever, but a lot of niggas, you know, they be telling you stories and shit about those times, and I can tell you if motherfuckers could actually tell you an accuracy about little intricate shit like that, they wasn't partying as hard as we was. It probably wasn't there, you know what I mean? Because realistically, we do interviews and shit and try to fucking reminisce, but most of it's a blur. Most of it's the shit that you want to remember, and 90% of that shit is shit that you would like to forget when you get home. Real shit.
This is a Jmix exclusive.
What up, shut up?